Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sunday, October 25th, 2009. We do have some northwest swell in the water. It's smaller than what it has been the last couple of days. Not a whole lot of good news on the horizon for this week, although we are looking at some stuff possibly coming our way next week from the northwest. Some stuff coming off Japan. I wanted to show you how that's coming together on the models to be what could be a fairly decent northwest swell for California. Also looks like we're going to be seeing some wind problems this week, although it'd be a cold northerly wind event. And it could also cause some wind swell around midweek. So I wanted to show you everything that's going on. It's bringing us all together. This is what's happening right now. Starting out looking at the weather models, we can see a lot of high pressure still over the area, but look how tight those gradients are. Those lines are coming close together. Those are isobars. Tighter they are, the stronger the winds are. So we can see that there's a northerly flow over our area. Moving the models forward in time, we see high pressure moving a little bit more toward the east. Still got that offshore flow coming down, but then we start noticing some troughing. You see that red up there? That's a lot of vorticity. That's a low pressure system headed our way. As that moves south more, this is a looking around Tuesday time frame, that's tightening up some gradients right near our coast. As we move the models a little bit more forward in time toward Wednesday, we can see that that would really be pushing down on our area. Those are some very tight gradients right off the coast. That'd be coming right from the north to the south. That'd be bringing quite a wind event our way. And of course, a lot of cooler air would be sitting behind that low, so that'd be forced into our area as well. We can see how this all comes together by looking at the wind models. The blue colors are very light winds. The red colors are very strong winds. And in between the two, we've got different strengths of wind. And the arrows are showing us the direction. We can see there's a little bit of an offshore flow now. As we start moving the models a little bit more forward in time, we can take a look at the Monday time frame. And we've got some green colors showing up right in the coastal waters. Those are some stronger offshore winds. We can see by the direction of those arrows what's going on. Moving the models a little bit more forward in time, though, we can see then this would be around Monday afternoon to Tuesday morning. A little bit more of a northerly flow starting to develop. We see it especially off the coast there. And then more forward in time, we start seeing more of those winds building up to the north and blowing down. A lot of red starting to show into the models. And then this is Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday time frame. A lot of strong northerly winds. That's just not going to be causing us some wind problems. We can see those strong winds off the coast to be whipping up some wind swell fetch as well. The wind charts jive with this as well. And this is one of the wind charts you can grab anytime over at my free site, wavecast.com. We can see that really not much of a difference in offshore flow on Monday. Still a little bit, though. We're looking at some east-northeast winds coming in then. Then when we start looking into then the Tuesday time frame, we start seeing more of a northerly flow coming in more from about 305, 306 degrees, 324 degrees in the early morning. And then getting stronger then when we get into the Tuesday night into Wednesday time frame. Looks like, though, those winds will recuperate, though, by the end of the week. Take a look at the wave analysis models. We can see how that would be bringing us some wind. So I wanted to show you that as well as something to be bringing us some potential swell for around the 2nd. Right now, not a lot going on. 24 hours out, still not a lot going on. But look at this, out 48 hours, system that's forming off the coast of Japan. I'm going to get to that in just a second. As that one's forming, though, as we move the models more forward in time, we'll start seeing some wind swell fetch. There it is, starting to form along the coast. This is Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday morning. Notice how that system, too, off Japan is starting to progress more toward the Aleutians. 72 hours out now, we can see Wednesday morning, a lot of wind swell off the coast. That's pretty heavy fetch out there, about 15-foot seas right off our coast. And when we start going out here a little bit more in time, 84 hours out, look at that, still a lot of wind swell off our coast. What a massive system up around the Aleutians. We're talking 36-plus foot seas up in that area. That's a very powerful fetch. And then 96 hours out, that wind swell starts moving away from our coast. But look at that, still a very powerful system pumping up seas and around the Aleutians. So that could be throwing us some decent swell around the 2nd, although that's a very high latitude for us. That's above 45 north. So we got to hope that that stays strong as it moves into the Gulf. That would be able to throw us some decent-sized swell during around the 1st, the 2nd of November. So that's how everything's breaking down right now. We can see that low that would be coming down. It's known as an inside slider. That could be bringing us some wind problems in around Tuesday into Wednesday. And as stronger the winds, the more fetch that would be also stirred up. So looking at a lot of wind swell moving in then, but those strong winds aren't looking to do us any favors for conditions. So it's likely to just be completely chewed up around midweek. Backing off then through the second part of the week. And if that Japanese originating system does develop as models just showed that it would, we're looking at some pretty sizable fetch probably forming and bringing us something around the first to second. Still too early to call that, though, today. It's all on the long-range models, but I'll be keeping an eye on it. I'll be keeping you posted. You can always check out 3 times a week my SoCal Surf Report over at wetsand.com, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, my free forecasting site, wavecast.com, and, of course, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/wavecast. So until next time, take care, be safe, and smile in the lineup.